Do you have a job?
We came back.
Okay then. I was not expecting that to come out of the copper's mouth. I hate
Love.
women. I hate
Love.
women. I hate
Love.
women. Well, she clearly doesn't have a father figure based off how she acts and how she dresses in her job description. So, she ain't gonna be calling her father here. Woman cop doesn't actually know how to do procedures, so imagine my shock. Let's do some think before you sleep. Because I love think before you sleep.
Alright, what's going on?
Oh, so they called the cops. They have the cops here now.
So what's the issue?
The issue is all I want is documents that happened today, so that way I can take it and I can get the work done that I need it done.
You heard what she
So this body cam footage is from January 2nd, 2024. I'm very curious how this is going to go down. Why is she being kicked out from a dental place of all places?
said, right? You can get it later.
I told her I would mail them to her address because
They don't have an address on.
and I asked her to write it down.
All right,
and
hang up
she
the
would.
phone. This person's not a part of it. Okay. All right, so you're gonna have to leave the property now. If you come back here and cause more issues, we're gonna have a bigger issue, okay? They do not have the documents ready for you right now, and that's the end of it.
Okay, so we have a routine visit to the dentist office where the police had to be called because the suspect is probably the correct word. So the police were called because the suspect is mad that they wanted to mail her paperwork to her.
Because they don't have an address or a place to send it to.
She does need to write
can you give her one?
Why? They already told me I have to leave. I have to leave the premises right now.
If you want them sent to you, then give them the address. It's very simple.
What address?
Yeah, this seems so easy. If you pay close attention, you can even hear that whoever's talking to her on the phone agrees with the police. Now, to clarify, I think initially the dentist wanted to mail the paperwork to her instead of giving it to her in person that day, because she was being a pain in the ass and they didn't want her on the property longer than necessary, and they also didn't want her coming back to pick it up when they finished it.
Well, it's gonna take me a minute to do it, and the way she was acting, I couldn't have her. If you guys are sitting here with her, I'll do it.
But I don't care.
When I can come back and pick up my documentation, I will come back and
She's gonna print it up right now.
Okay, all right, just come
I
outside.
don't know. I don't want. No,
We're gonna wait outside and she's gonna print it up while we're here.
I thought she just said that they can't.
Yeah, go wait outside.
Just wait
All
outside.
right, well,
Fuck off outside. Go wait the fuck outside and she'll print it for you.
Yes, Daddy.
Okay, now I'm
Yes, Daddy. Hold on. Wait a second. It's like, I'm looking at this interaction. I'm like, I don't really see what the big deal is too much. Like, she wants to get her paperwork so she can go to a different dental place to get work done. Okay. She wanted to get the paperwork right then and there. But the dentist's office wasn't able to do so because of whatever reason. And then she probably, like, lost her mind. And hence what the cops were being called. But the cops are here willing to negotiate. They're going to actually mail it to her instead. She needs to give an address. And now she's being unreasonable again. Like, this feels like such a nothing burger. Lady, they were going to give you this stuff anyways. But then you schizoed out. What is wrong with you here?
engaged. So this is like a prostitute. Thanks, Boondocks. Many life lessons learned from that show.
You better make that deep boy work, bitch, and stop playing with me.
Yes, Daddy.
And now we know why the police had to get called over some medical documents at the dentist.
Jesus
But the reason I
Christ.
wanted to focus on this police encounter is because recently, the topic of culture has come up a lot in social media discussion. Many people have realized that the reason that us regular people have to live with all these restrictions and limitations is because of an actually quite small group of people who are screwing it up for everyone else.
80% of the time, it's the kind in this photo here. Multiple people try to get this woman to please take a seat like everyone else at the Eastland Career Center graduation. She starts comparing taking a seat to 1920s when slavery was going on. When the camera zooms out, you can see she's blocking multiple bleachers worth of people trying to watch the graduation, all of which are following the rules and sitting patiently at their seats. Many people said they're tired of this type of behavior in America. 100% against the social credit system, but let's just say we did have one, a lot of people fail horribly in America. Get women out of positions of privilege, because that's a very leftist statement I just said there, but they very much have privilege in America where they can feel entitled to be acting like these BPD foids. And then two, just get rid of the nuns. Problem solved.
For example, this story has been going around on Twitter. Some doctors and engineers decided to go to
American tourist arrested after breaking into Punch the Monkeys enclosure at Japan's Ichikawa City Zoo. Let's see. And read Johnny Dayson and Neil Jabari Dewand. So yes, doctors and engineers, as TBYS says.
the Ichikawa Zoo in Japan where that famous monkey Punch is. When they got there, they jumped into an enclosure to promote some stupid crypto coin. Because of those two guys, the zoo had to install a net to prevent that from happening again, and now we can't see monkeys at the zoo. Wait.
I mean,
Nah, I'm gonna leave that in, it's fine. So when it comes to a person like this who can't handle a simple activity like waiting for some documents without causing a scene, know that these are the people that we have to focus on to fix a vast majority of society's problems.
Are you going to wait for the documents or not? Hello?
Oh my God. You all right?
No, I just want to leave
Said,
and I
listen,
can't leave.
can you listen for 1 second? She said it was going to take a few minutes, but the way you were acting, they didn't want to do it while you were here. But now that we're here, they'll do it while we wait outside with you, okay?
I don't.
They don't, you know what? Do you have a job?
We came back.
I'm just.
okay then. I was not expecting that to come out of the copper's mouth, but hey.
Waiting for
Okay.
the paper that they said that they were just about to bring out.
Yeah, and then you.
Oh,
left.
she even dresses like a hoe too. The tight leggings, the crop top, the tattoo on the side of the arm, the swarthy nature of it. I mean, she's relatively pretty, right? She's not fat. So the fact that she's not fat already gives her a few bonus points. Well, that's it. That's the only thing going for her.
Left, so we thought you left.
No, I left to go for a walk so I
Wait, is
can.
that a tattoo on her stomach as well underneath that? Jesus Christ. Holy shit.
Calm down. I didn't leave,
Okay.
but you told me to come back in here when everything was done. So that's what I was doing.
I just told you to wait outside. Then you.
That's what I was doing outside. I was
Okay.
waiting.
All right. Can you just sit down and we'll get your documents here in a minute.
I'll go for another walk again and wait.
Okay. No, don't go for a walk. Just stay here. I don't need you walking around everywhere. I need to find where you're at so we can just give you the documents. I'm sure it'll be just another minute.
Come back when the documents are done, and I can go for a walk until then. I don't understand why it's a problem for me to just step outside and go for a walk.
I hate women so fucking much. Like, both women in this scenario are a problem here. This is why we need men, like, everywhere. This is why women should just be at home, taking care of kids, not interacting with the rest of, like, public society at this point in time, because they both talk past each other, both don't understand what they said 5 minutes ago, and both freak out emotionally.
I already have a headache. They ask her to leave and she wants to stay. Now they're asking her to stay and she wants to leave. Literally being a pain in the ass just because. Normally I would use this term for marketing, but my friends and I like to call these kinds of people high friction individuals. The reason being that ideally when you try to sell something in a business, you try to reduce the number of actions that a person has to take to buy your product. Doing that increases the likelihood that customers will make a purchase, like Amazon's one-click buys. It's easy for a reason. To put it simply, the number of actions that you have to take to do something is called friction. And usually, when you're trying to improve your life, one of the most effective ways of doing that is to reduce friction or reduce the number of actions that it takes to accomplish things that are good for you. However, the mentally ill love increasing friction and adding roadblocks to everyday activities.
This is why I like Think Before You Sleep. It's like, I don't really watch all his videos anymore. I've been doing a lot more since, like, the reacting wise. But I remember, like, old Think Before You Sleep used to give you lots of, like, health advice throughout the video, and then and his videos as well, with different, like, psych facts to make your life better, or health facts in general. And this is kind of it. Like, he's able to interweave it within the videos on how to make your life better. Like in this case.
Think of a show like Hoarders where walking to the front door is almost an impossible task. I swear I watched an episode where a woman had to use her neighbor's toilet because her house was so full of junk that she couldn't use her own bathroom. That's high friction. So understand the amount of roadblocks that this streetwalker is putting everyone through just to get some pieces of paper from the dentist.
You're making a bigger issue than
I'm
needs
not
to be.
trying to make an issue. I'm not trying to make a problem. I'm just, why can't I go for a walk until this is done? Why do I have to?
You can kind of tell with how she's, like, looking on the ground here, too. You can see, like, she's not even actually looking at the female cop talking here. She's looking at the ground. Like, she's probably on some sort of drug, or something's wrong with her just in general. Like, she's kind of got a point, right? If the documents are done, she can go take her a walk, because Eric kicked her out once, and she took a walk then. But I'm telling you she can wait and stay. So it's like, now she's making a big deal of nothing. Like, this doesn't need to be to this extent than what it is.
I'm trying to make an issue. I'm not trying to make a problem. I'm just, why can't I go for a walk until this is done? Why do I have to?
How much longer till the documents are ready? Okay.
So can I go for a walk until it's done?
No, stay here, or we're gonna be trespassing you from here. Okay.
Why?
Just
can't
stay
I get
here.
my paper?
Just stay here. They're getting the papers. I'm not going to babysit.
You don't have to babysit. I said I would come back in a little bit when this is done. I can give you a call first, and then when they're done, I can call you, and we can come here together if you want.
Just stay here for a minute.
I don't want to do that.
This girl is the
Stay or you're trespassing? What? Like, I noticed that too. It's just like, wait a second. This is not making any sense. There's a female officer, the hooker standing there, a little bit out of her mind, and then there's the female dental assistant in the office making things worse. Too many women here, too many vaginas, too much fucking estrogen. It's making it fucking messy. Stay or you're trespassing. Oh my god, this is such a mess.
queen of unnecessary roadblocks. To clarify and reiterate, in case you forgot context, the original plan was to mail the documents to her. However, because the police are there and in order to reduce friction so they don't have to deal with her anymore, the dentist office has decided to ready the paperwork for her immediately. But instead of the suspect saying, okay, well, I'll just wait 5 minutes, she decides to overcomplicate everything by saying that she wants to go for a walk until the documents are ready, which is
But I'm gonna have to disagree with TBYS here because technically they kicked her out because she was making such a big deal, which is understandable. So she had to go wait outside till the documents were done. So she waited outside till the document was done, apparently took a walk, and then she came back in. Then they're asking, why are you here? Well, I thought the documents were done, so I came back in here. So then they're like, okay, fine, they can stay. Then the woman is like freaking out about going on a walk again. So they're both at fault. The woman, the hooker, kind of losing her mind on whatever drug that she's on, is the bigger problem because she's the one making the stink in the first place, and then not just taking the offer, staying in the office again. Well, like the the police officer more specifically, is not helping either.
is, of course, pissing off the officer because she doesn't want to waste police resources by waiting for some undetermined amount of time for the suspect to come back. Like, God, this chick's behavior is annoying. It's like having to type in my credit card number every time I want to make a purchase. Just arrest her and give her a huge fine. Stop trying to accommodate her. You need to inconvenience this chick back instead of letting her control the situation.
I just want to leave so that way I can go and finish what I had to do today.
They're working on it.
And they're taking a long time, so I can't go for a walk because I have to go fill out an application and an interview right now.
Okay. You left. Okay,
Yes.
we saw you leave. I hung out here for another 5 minutes. You clearly weren't coming back. I told them you left.
I never said I wasn't coming back. I never said
How am I supposed to know? I can't read your mind.
You can't read my mind. Okay, you don't know what I'm going to do or what I have to do. I had an appointment to go at another place that's near here that I missed an appointment.
Right, now it's the officer's fault that you missed your interview because you couldn't wait for some paperwork. I mean, your pimp said it was okay to wait. Also,
I mean, yeah, she shouldn't have left, right? If she didn't communicate to the officer, so she's gonna take a walk. And to be fair, even then, she should have just waited outside in general instead of taking a walk to do whatever. Because all they did was ask her to wait outside. They wouldn't have actually known. Like, even if she did say take a walk, they don't know where she's walking to. You don't know how long the walk's gonna take. Like, if they communicate how long it takes to get the papers, and be like, okay, I'll go take a walk for an hour for however long it is to get the papers and come back, makes a little bit more sense. But even then, the police is not their job to wait an hour while she's wandering around, right? They're just there to kind of watch her. So, like, the woman is still mostly at fault here. Like, if you should have made a big stink at the dental office, we can't get the papers. This is so retarded. This is so retarded.
she's not dressed for an interview. She started this video out in a sweatshirt and yoga pants. I doubt she's about to be interviewed or going to an appointment or whatever she changed.
To be fair, it depends on where she's getting the interview at. If she's going to McDonald's or a gas station, it's not that big of a deal. Like, when I worked at Walmart, I did my interview for Walmart. I came in business casual clothing, but I wasn't the only one with the interview. In fact, it was actually very unprofessional how Walmart did their interviews. It was me and like 3 other people. One of them was a girl, dressed basically exactly the same as this, a couple of years younger than me, clearly in high school. And we were taken all to the same room, and I had mine first, and they had to sit in the corner of the same room, just a few feet away as my interview was going down. It was a very short interview, lasted like 10 minutes, and it was Walmart, and I got the job, obviously. And I think they also got the job too, but they were not exactly dressed for an interview either. And not like Walmart was being very professional with the interview as well, since we all were in the same fucking room. Not saying, like, you should dress that way for an interview, but clearly a lot of these places don't, depending on where she's applying to, which I highly doubt is going to be anywhere, very professional based off how she's acting, probably don't care as much.
it to. Maybe the actual story is that she was supposed to go meet a client, if you know what I mean.
I'm not trying to
Probably.
I have an appointment somewhere else that I have to be at.
Okay, then do you want to come back later today for the documents?
I can come back whenever I need to come back for the paperwork and whenever the paperwork is done. That's not a problem. I don't mind coming back when the
Okay,
paperwork is
you
done.
had an issue with it earlier today.
No, I did not.
You did. That's why I was called here, because you had an issue with it. I'm not playing games with you.
I never had an issue coming back to pick up my paperwork, but they told me that I wasn't going to be able to get it for a while.
Now you have the customer thinking, what the hell, why is there a cop here? Let me just say that if I'm a new customer and I saw this shit going down, I would probably never come to this business again, and I would tell all my friends to not go there because I would think it's ratty. For longtime customers, it might be different, but it is very likely that she's costing this dentist office business by causing a scene. They should just arrest her at this point.
Oh, most likely. The most definitely. Though the dental office looks nice enough, so it might not that big a deal. And clearly, the woman is the one causing the problems. But I can understand that. This is why you need to port the Italians. Even the cute little Latinas like this chick, or Southern Italian. She's, like I said, she's so swarthy of some sort of flavor. She's pale enough that she could be passing, but she's some swarthy kind. Not worth it. Not fucking worth it here. I still think the dentist is the one being a problem. She outright said she not want to do the work. Yeah, like, that's also kind of the problem too. Depending on how, like, it depends on how much of a scene the lady was causing before the police was called. Like, if she, like, came in here, one of the documents, and handed to them and not mailed, like the dentist office was doing. And then she got a little bit upsetty. And then the Asian lady talked back at her. And then it escalated from there, because clearly this woman is very sensitive to any parts of talking back. Like, I can see how it can easily escalate with the foids. But if you just told her, hey, wait a second, it's going to take like an hour to do, and she still threw a fit, which it seems like likely, based off her previous interaction, then obviously she's at fault as well. So, like, but it's kind of hard to tell, because it seems like everyone's a piece of shit in this story, mainly her. Well, not that the dental office is made, like, completely reasonable either.
Why can't I just come back after I finish what I had to finish there, and then I can finish my and then I can come and pick up the documentation, and I can call you.
Just wait a second. Is it ready?
2 more minutes. He's finishing his note real quick. That's why I said it would be better if she came back.
Right. Well, now
she come back ever.
okay. So she.
This is what I fucking mean, is Floyd's fighting. Because it's like, that's, like I said, it's going to take, like, 2 minutes, which 2 minutes is not a lot of time. But, like, basically, they're trying to imply that it's going to take a lot of time to get the paperwork ready because of whatever their system is, maybe things they have to input. I can kind of see why it might take a minute for whatever, like, legal, medical reasons that could be. That's why I said it'd be better if she came back. And so then she left. Like, we saw her go outside. There is some sort of time skip where apparently she actually took a walk. And so they're like, well, apparently she left. And so like, there's like, whatever. And then she came back thinking the documents would be done, but they're still not done. This is just... this is so stupid! Somehow they're making this worse!
You gonna be trespassed?
Yes.
Okay, so you hear this, okay? If you leave the property and come back, you'll be arrested. If you leave right now, you cannot come back, okay?
I just want my paperwork.
Okay, wait 2 minutes, and you'll have your paperwork, okay? Do you understand? If you return this property, you will be arrested.
I don't mind that. I don't care about that.
Okay, so
that's
you-
fine. I just want my documentation so I can take it to my new doctor. So
Okay.
they can do what they need to do. Since they don't want me here.
Moody. Okay,
I have to wait
you
2
have to be
minutes for
here
what?
and,
Let me write down my information or whatever.
hey, ma'am, sit down.
I'm not a dog. I'm not sitting down like I'm a dog. I'm not a
Oh my god. Just stay. Okay. As this goes on, the woman in yellow is worse and worse. But she was already the main catalyst for everything, too. Just leave. If you leave, you'll get arrested. For whatever stupid reason. If you come back afterwards, okay, fine. Whatever. I don't fully agree, but I understand. But then she wants to write down her information. The female cop starts freaking out for some reason. And tells her to sit. It's like, well, I'm not a dog. And now the yellow woman's like, okay, yeah, I agree. The yellow woman probably shouldn't need to write the information. Like, she also needs to sit down and wait. But, like, you're freaking out for reaching over for a pen, which I guess is technically a violation and way too far. But, like, you can hear it in the female cop's voice as she, like, starts panicking about it. Like, she's not handling the situation or whatever. I saw the male cop in the background. Just have the man manhandle her. One, she would probably enjoy it, and two, she would respect it a lot better than a more catty woman.
Stay right there. You're not moving anywhere. You're waiting for your documents. Unless you want to leave, then you're going to be trespassed and you'll be arrested your return.
I want my paperwork.
Come sit down. You're not blocking the
I'm
doorway.
not a dog.
You
I'm not a dog.
94.
For what?
I'm getting back up here in case I have to go hands on with you. Come sit down right
For
now.
what? I'm asking for my documents.
Get out of the doorway. You're not going to be blocking the doorway for all these other
I'm
customers.
not blocking the doorway for anything. The door's open. Anyone can come in.
If anything, actually, like, she's right. She's not blocking the doorway, but like, you're letting the bugs in, right? Like, just sit down. Like, it's not that deep.
Here. I'm not blocking anyone.
Come on, she's begging to be arrested. I understand trying to de-escalate when possible, but she's crossed the line like 10 different times, so now it's time to make her life hell so she doesn't think she can get away with this elsewhere. The reason she's so confident in being a pain in the ass to police is because she does this to other people and they put up with it. Now, if you're afraid of
I
standing
agree, which is why she needs the male cop to manhandle her. Like, she clearly isn't a respectful woman, which, to be fair, I don't respectful a woman either. But, like, the women are not the female cop and the dental assistant aren't helping as well. All female cops do is power trip, all female suspects do is escalate. Yes, this is why, like, matriarchal societies don't fucking work. This is why females shouldn't be cops. We watched the Henry and Nowak police footage earlier, and they were just as useless. I mean, the male cops were pretty bad too, but the females were like, "Wait, should we check him out?" Like, there's just error in there, just error until another female pops up, and then they had the intersexual competition.
up to this kind of person, let me just say that most of them are really weak, and they cave instantly the minute someone tells them to shut up.
All right, do you have your ID on you?
No, I do not.
All right, get off the phone.
No, I'm calling my mom.
Oh god, why don't you have your ID on you? Like, obviously the woman in yellow is far worse. Like, why don't you have your ID? Like, it's not that hard. You have a fucking backpack on you for whatever reason, which I get is like it's the trendy thing to do these days, right? If you're gonna get documents, you kind of need some sort of proof on you. Like, this is so annoying. I feel like I'm banging my head against the wall. I hate women. I hate women. I hate women.
Get off the phone.
You can't tell me I can't call my mom.
Come sit over here.
Oh, testosterone
All right,
finally enters
she's
the building.
trespassed. They're getting her documents right now.
I'm waiting.
She wants to be argumentative with me. I told her to sit down. She wants to call her mom and stay in the doorway.
They're refusing.
Go wait outside.
They refuse to
All right,
give me my
let's go outside.
No, I'm not
Let's go
doing
outside.
anything. They
You
told me
go
to
to jail.
wait 2 minutes
Hey.
for my paperwork. I'm waiting for my paperwork. I'm opening the doors open, wide open.
Go outside
Yes,
and go
I
to jail.
Issue.
All right, that's
why
it.
am
We're
I
done.
getting arrested? For what? Why am I
Now
getting
get up and go outside.
Okay, I'll get
Get up
out.
and go
I
outside.
just wanted my paperwork. Why is that a problem?
Get up and go outside because you're not listening.
Okay, if you do not
What's with women and calling their mom? Well, she clearly doesn't have a father figure based off how she acts and how she dresses and her job description. So, she ain't gonna be calling her father here.
get up right now, you're going to jail.
That's it.
Just
All
go
right, you're
out.
done.
No, I'm going outside. I'm going outside.
No,
I'm outside.
I'm not playing games.
Is that Victoria's Secret underwear I see there? Hot damn.
I'm not playing any games. I'm not playing any games. I'm outside. I'm outside.
See what I mean? Instant
It's like George Floyd calling for his mom, but they turned out to be his drug dealer.
instantly caved. She's used to walking all over people, but she's not used to them standing up for themselves, so she doesn't know how to deal with it. That's how most of these annoying people are.
You're insane. No, I'm not.
Turn around.
I mean, she is resisting. She's not getting up. She's not flipping over. She's throwing a tantrum on the ground here. This is insane. This is absolutely fucking insane. Women really are children? Yes, they are. And they should be treated like children.
Turn around.
I'm trying to stop. Get off of me. You're hurting me.
Body cam footage has been great for exposing how these police encounters actually go. Really eye-opening. You can see she is clearly resisting arrest. She's very clearly resisting being grabbed.
Why are you doing this? I just wanted my documentation. Why are you doing this?
I got
Look
one
at how
back.
many fucking tattoos this
Strong, independent woman.
has. Holy shit. Explains the follower's behavior.
Oh. Hey, stop!
Turn
Resisting.
around.
You're gonna get hurt if you don't comply. And that's by your own accord. Hey, release your hands!
You want to get tased?
Let go of your
Put
hands!
your back now.
Hey!
Oh, that's some whore underwear right there. Hold on, wait a second. I saw the Victoria's Secret lining there. But look at that. Look at that. That thing's not actually covering her ass. That's lace right there. Probably was a client that she was going to, if you get my drift.
Then you should have listened.
Stop resisting!
I was listening.
You are not listening.
Oh, I can't breathe. Okay, so when we watched the Henry Nowak police body cam footage there, I said during then that I can't take it when people say I can't breathe seriously after St. Floyd and the Fent. But with Henry's case, it was very obviously like real and serious since he was literally bleeding out during that footage. Like we literally watched a man die in that 2 minutes and 38 seconds. But now we go back to this woman again where she's like, oh, I can't breathe. And it's like, okay, you clearly can't breathe. You're crying, you're shitting your pants, you're repeating yourself, you're resisting arrest. Yeah, I'm not gonna believe you when you say I can't breathe. I can't take this seriously.
Stop. Stop. Stop.
Every person being arrested since about 2014 suddenly can't breathe. I mean, she's breathing so loudly that you can hear it. She's like, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Now, in the past, I might have spoken differently, but in the modern day, I am so sick of people who pull this shit that the more they cry and struggle while they're in the process of finding out, the more I enjoy the video.
Knock it off.
That doesn't work for me personally because unfortunately I'm still a void. And so when I hear people get very angry or upsetty and panicky and yelly and shouty like this, it actually causes me anxiety. Like this one's not as bad because she's been from in hysterics from the start. But it makes me very uncomfortable when people get angry and start yelling and crying like this.
We're gonna bring all your stuff now. Knock it off.
Hey! I need my ID and my wallet!
Wait, I thought you didn't have your ID.
I was
do
about
you
to
have
say
your
the
ID on
same
you?
thing.
No, I do not.
All right.
I guess she did have it.
So lying to cops, that's a good sign here.
I need my ID, I need my wallet.
You're gonna get everything. Calm down.
No, I need my ID, I need my wallet. It's all over.
You'll get everything. Calm down. This is ridiculous.
I just wanted my documentation.
Then you would have got it. You listen.
I did.
Let's go. Stand up and get in the
I
car.
know, I'm not getting arrested for
Yes,
this.
you are. Get in the car.
Why am I getting arrested?
Because now you're getting arrested for refusing to move, and it's telling the police officer. Get in the
I know there's been multiple cuts here, but have they read her actual rights? Like, I don't think they've read her rights yet. I just want to point that out there. It's just kind of funny.
car.
I didn't assault a police officer.
Get in.
Man, you're gonna get pulled in if you don't get in, I promise you.
You're gonna get tased in 1 second.
I didn't assault a police officer. I need my backpack, please. I need my backpack, please. Hey, I
Get
need
in the
my
car.
backpack, please. Please.
Get in.
Now, might be a hot take. The big problem with NWAs getting shot by the cops is because they resist arrest. Now, you can argue that, the reason why she's being arrested is kind of stupid. And to a certain extent, I can agree that she's causing a big stink. But it definitely seems not exactly the most useful part of police resources for myself personally. However, once you're getting arrested, resisting arrest is not going to do you any favors. In fact, it's going to make your case worse. You're making your life and the police officer's life harder. You're putting yourself at risk of injury. But resisting arrest in itself is a crime. Even if you're technically in the right, you will make yourself look wrong because of that factor. And this is where she kind of stands. Like, she's already being a nuisance, right? Not something that, once again, I don't know if she should go as far as being completely arrested, but like, now she's resisting arrest and making the whole situation worse. And it's like, lady, shut up, just take it.
God, what a day, what a nuisance. It's very shocking that no one got hurt. The suspect starts kicking the door and the glass window, though for the most part, the police have her under control. And now that the witch is contained...
Like, this is not doing her any favors. Oh, I just realized she's got a belly button piercing, too. I mean, not like there's any more red flags for her than we already seen so far, but...
Let's see how the dentist is doing.
I think she probably has something in her bag she doesn't want you guys to know. Does she like hid from you guys around the corner somewhere?
A little snitch. I think there's something in her backpack that she hid from you. Good move. Get her in as much trouble as possible. Because I think what this lady is suggesting is that the real reason that the suspect actually wanted to take a walk is so that she could ditch some drugs or do them, Honestly, it's hard not to think that this girl is a regular user of hard drugs based on her completely unhinged behavior over some paperwork.
I told you.
And most importantly, I'm surprised Think Before You Sleep hasn't pointed it out, how she was acting when actually arguing with the police officer by looking at the ground the entire time, kind of like spaced out but not.
I was frightened.
I did not
Two men
I
on
told you we were going to be back.
2 men on a young lady? It's just crazy to me.
She's an animal.
All right, so this is her stuff.
Hang on, I got to close it.
Oh yeah, thanks.
This is her paperwork. I never want to see the lady again.
Woman cop doesn't actually know how to do procedures, so imagine my shock.
That's what I need to do for
Alright.
that trespassing or whatever, but
She already knows she's trespassed. She caused an issue, so.
okay. Well, thank you. I apologize.
No, it's okay.
I've never in my life seen something that crazy, but I guess that's normal for you guys.
Yeah, I only saw something that's crazy one other time, and it was me fighting another girl like that.
It's always the girls.
That's an interesting perception. But now we finally have the paperwork.
It's always the girls. Yes, there's no one that hates women more than other women. Proves thy point exactly.
accomplished. Though this all could have maybe just been an email, keep it simple. Next, the police have to look through her bag, and it looks like she has some makeup brushes that she's now going to have to throw away because they put them on the floor. Great move, cops. I approve. We have some 5 gum and something that looks like a burner phone. So she's not beating the drug addict prostitute allegations.
No, can I please call my dad? Please, it's his birthday today. I can't miss this, please. Please, I just don't want to get arrested. I didn't do anything to deserve this, please.
Surprised she actually is a father. Why did she call the father first then? I mean, maybe you didn't want to ruin his birthday if that's actually a true story. But I'm just saying the father would be better at actually defending you and saving his pretty little princess than the mother would be.
I don't want to get arrested. I don't want to go back to jail. I don't want to go back.
Don't want to go back to jail. Okay, yep, there we go. There we go.
I want to go back to jail. Please don't make me go back to jail. I don't want to go. I don't want to go, please.
Going back to jail? Now, again, you might think it's heartless for me to make fun of her frantically crying or possibly having a panic attack.
Mom, my mom's right there. My mom's right there. Mom, my mom's right there. She's in that Jeep right there. My mom's in the Jeep right there, please. Mom! Mom, please! Please, Mom! Mom, no! 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 Mom!
I don't even know what to say. Like, just she's completely crashing out right now. And I'm sitting here thinking, have I ever crashed out like this ever before? And I don't think I ever have since I was like 5. And even then, I can't remember losing my mind like this. This is insane. Just schizo.
No!
Holy shit, literally as mature as a toddler. So you may think it's like heartless for me to make fun of this person because it looks like she's crying and having a panic attack or whatever. But remember, she caused all of this. She could have just been polite to the dentist, but instead she had to disrupt their business and possibly scare their customers away. Not to mention they gave her like 20 different warnings to try and prevent her from being arrested. Personally, I think it should have been like 2 or 3. We need to be less tolerant of these people. My empathy goes out the window for those who cause their own problems like this. Like I said, I actually enjoy watching people like this suffer. You have to be in that mindset or you'll get manipulated by their crying and fake sob stories.
I mean, I kind of disagree there, frankly, myself. Like, I don't enjoy watching this. Like, that whole schizo meltdown is not fun and entertaining to me. But I don't feel manipulated by it at all. I'm repulsed by it. So I'm going to kind of disagree with it. But I can understand where he's coming from. Because if you don't have some sort of negative reaction to it, or in this case, a pleasurable reaction to it, to laugh at her suffering, right? Basically acknowledging the fact that, like, the person's in the wrong for having the schizo meltdown, then you will be manipulated by their crocodile tears. Well, I mean, maybe not crocodile tears in this case. They're very genuine, but like she's very out of her mind. Yeah.
Now, if this were someone who was innocent, watching a video like this would genuinely be traumatizing. For example, watching Irina Zarutska get stabbed caused me mental health issues for weeks. But when it's someone finding out after some shit they started, I don't lose sleep at all. Weird how that works.
I'm begging, please! Have mercy! Have mercy, please!
Geez, I gotta show the free ring clip again.
Demons use words to trick humans. You can't trust a thing they say. They're monsters who learn to speak. Monsters who found they could lure in humans by crying, "Help me."
I'm tired of these people playing victim to make us feel sorry for them as a way of getting out of.
Great clip, by the way. Same with the manga panel too. It's so funny with Think Before You Sleep and Freerun, because I remember correctly, he was very like anti-watching Freerun for the longest time, because of the bandwagon and stuff. But then finally he caved and he's like, wait, this is actually kind of good.
Drama that they caused. I have seen so many bad people play this game that the minute I see it, I instantly start hating the person.
You're all gonna burn. Just wait. Hell is opening up soon. Have fun. And good luck. I wish you all the best. Satan will be here.
Oh, so she.
What? Like, I was always saying she was schizo, but I didn't mean like actual legit schizo. That was like BPD Floyd moment here. Not like actually like Satan's gonna open up the gates of hell and will drag you in it and rip your apples with it with the flames and the rods down below. You will get what you pay for. Hail Satan! What the fuck?
She's literally a demon. Or she's one of those women who think she's like a witch or something who can cast spells. A lot of prostitutes are into that witchcraft shit. You know, they say the devil makes work for idle hands, and basically what's going on here is that this is like a directionless person who just kind of exists and has no life purpose. So her purpose becomes annoying as many people as possible. Social media is full of these types.
Prove to me you guys are not racist and let us two sit down. Yeah. Prove that you guys are not racist and let us two sit down. All right, come on. Let's do it. Prove it. Prove you're not racist. All right, that's one. That's one. Thank you.
Get rid of nuns. Just get rid of nuns. The fact that they like look at this guy with his fucking
rather handsome
face and the golden teeth there, looking so smug and proud of it. As soon as she saw she's being recorded by these
engineers,
her attitude immediately changes because she knows that she'll probably be lambasted online for being racist if she doesn't do so.
Prove that you guys are not racist and let us two sit down. All right, come on. Let's do it. Prove it. Prove you're not racist.
To be fair, they don't know what would happen if they said no. I mean, it is on a bus, so they could be stabbed or punched at the bare minimum, right? So I mean, it's certainly true, but like we shouldn't have to live like this. Our white women should not have to live like this.
All right, that's one. That's one. Thank you. That's one. One more.
And now that her friend did it, she's like, well, I guess I have to too, because remember, females working in groups, right? You know, they go with whatever the crowd, the popular thing is. So since a friend gave it up, now she feels pressure to do so as well. So here we are.
Oh my God, you guys are going viral. They're going to say you're so good. Look at, what are your names?
Yeah, they went viral for a different reason. They went viral for the fact that this disgusting chocolatier was able to humiliate them by using what essentially is actual black privilege over them.
Say your names. Say it. It's a good.
They're like, yeah, we're not giving you our names, go away. For context, this took place in New York. I love the lack of social awareness here, where the guy doesn't get that the only reason that they moved is because they don't want to get assaulted. Now, you might think that these surrounding people would help them if they were to get attacked, but not in New York. If they try to help, they'll...
Also the fact that right next to them was more chocolatiers. Lighter colored chocolatiers, but still nuns regardless.
...get arrested while the criminal will just walk free. Why would anyone want to live in NYC? Speaking of the miscreants of society, let's check back in with our little spellcaster. She's really been creating a ruckus in that cop car by kicking the door a bunch of times, so reminding everyone that she said she didn't want to be treated like a dog, the police have decided to transfer her into the human equivalent of a kennel van.
Isn't she lovely? Isn't she wonderful? This is cutting off my circulation and it hurts, please.
Listen, no more fighting, all right? Or you're going to have more charges and you're going to stay in jail longer.
Why am I going to jail?
Let's go. No more fighting. Let's go. Come on. You'll get out today if you don't fight.
You're gonna get more charges if you don't comply with this.
The faster you get there, the faster you'll get out. As soon as you get out, get up. We're gonna put them in the front, but you gotta stand up. We're gonna take those off and put them in the front, all right?
So it looks like she damaged that door. I hope they charge her for that instead of having my tax dollars go to replacing that panel.
Wait, she did? Sorry, I might be blind and I'm not male enough to know car stuff, but other than the spit, which they need to do a deep clean on for STDs, I don't see where the damage is at. But I agree with TBYS that, you know, she should be charged for the fixing it, not my tax dollars.
Hang on, hang on. No, you got to put him in the front, or we're going to put him in the back. Where do you want him? Here. Oh, stop. It's not tight. Nope. It's not tight.
It hurts from the being on it.
All right, hang on.
Squeezing my wrist.
All right, hang on. Okay. You're good. It is not tight. If I can get my big relax. Cool. Okay.
You didn't even try to put your finger through it. Okay, here, watch your head.
Come on, get up in there, all right? Come on. Sit right up in the corner.
I hate women so much. Like, I'm sorry, chatter. It's not fun to abuse people who've already been pushed beyond mental breaking point. I hate that shit. No, 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 no. I would hate that shit if it was not deserved. In this case, she does deserve it. Like, she is a whore. She's a hooker. She's got a burner phone. She's probably on some sort of drug based off everything else she's been acting with since the very beginning of this. On the phone call at the very beginning, she was talking with her pimp. Or at least more than likely her pimp based off the dialogue that she was using there. I don't have any problems making fun of whores or druggies here. And like, she was causing a scene. She deserves being made fun of. She literally had 6 opportunities to de-escalate and get her paperwork 100%. Like, once again, the dental office and the female cop was not helping. They were escalating. But they weren't escalating to the same extent that the hooker has. Like, I'm sorry, Cheddar, but you're seeing women crying and you're being affected by it. Ignore the female tears. It's just manipulation. Even if she wasn't a hooker and she's a regular BPD void, same fucking thing.
All the way over.
Alright, scoot in.
Okay.
Alright, whatever. Or, hey, you're gonna hit by the door. Or you can just do that.
You can see the cops were laughing at her. Looks like I'm not the only one who enjoys the reactions that people have when they find out. So that's pretty much it. It says here that she spent 5 days in.
It's cruel she's some pure schizo and needs to be in the asylum. I disagree with that as well. Like, one, she's not pure schizo, but I understand the hypothetical. But she's not schizo. She doesn't need to be in the asylum. She does need to be in jail. She probably does have she's already been in jail once, actually, by her own admission in the cop car. The problem with modern society is that we're too fucking nice. You know, the whole suicidal empathy talking point that gets passed around like candy these days. We are too fucking nice to people who don't deserve it.
Jail, not long enough in my opinion. Give her like 2 weeks. She also got a nearly $500 fine. Make it more. Well, never mind. The jail time's enough. Her mom's just gonna pay that fine for her. How do you think she turned out that way? But I cannot stress this enough. Our punishments are way too light in this country. We need to be tougher on criminals and tougher on people who create problems for either no reason or out of extreme selfishness. And also, we should be very outspoken against behavior like this.
Like, I don't understand, like, if you're struggling, why don't you go to, like, a cheap buffet? And you just go to the buffet and you have, like, all you can eat stuff and then just, like, save the food when people aren't looking. Go to buffets and spend the minimum amount and get all the food and just wait until no one's looking at you and, like, bring Tupperware.
This is a low trust, third world mentality to abuse the system in place. Bring Tupperware, yeah, I'll do that, thanks. What the fuck? She knows that's why she says no while no one's looking, yes. And she's promoting low trust society actions. So she's actually actively breaking and advocating for breaking the trust within society. She's Filipina, that's low trust South Asian behavior. Eurasian looking, yeah, okay. She could be Central Asian because there are a lot of half Russian, half Asian people in the stands of Central Asia. That would make sense.
And put it there, okay?
Hey everybody, life hack, just steal. Gee, I don't think any poor person's ever thought of that one before. I guess buffets are gonna have to close now because of changes in consumer habits.
Ah, yes, and was. I remember coming this on stream. That McDonald's is getting rid of self-serve stuff. Because of, well, they're getting, NWAs are getting water cups and filling it with pop instead.
But with all of this in mind, maybe some Stoic philosophy is relevant because people love to use their economic situation or social standing as an excuse for their shitty behavior. However, as far back as 2,000 years ago, some people realized that whether you're rich or poor, all people suffer, all people can have discipline or be degenerate, and all people are capable of good behavior or bad behavior. This assumption that being poor means you're moral and being rich means you're immoral is stupid. There are rich people who do good things and there are poor people who do bad things, and all of us can fall into the same vices no matter what our wealth or social standing is. So the measure of a person should not be how much money they have or how popular they are. The measure of a person should be their virtue, because everybody can practice good virtue. Everybody can do the right thing.
Sorry, I think before you sleep. I know you're probably making this a little bit YouTube safe because I know his Twitter page is spicier than this. But not everybody can. That's why the Asian chick, as pretty as she is advocating for low trust society actions. That's why the self-service thing and the other examples he posted from Twitter were all was advocating and doing those type of deal. That's why the dentalist crash out video was some sort of swarthy void. It was somewhere in Florida, based off or at least down south enough with the palm trees. So it might be like maybe Arizona, somewhere warm enough where they could dress like that and have palm trees in January, right? So she could be some sort of Colombian or Cuban, Mexican sort of like mix, more than likely there that she's got. That's why she's creating the actions that she was doing, right? Not everyone can be moral and virtuous. So sorry to the TBYS, but disagree here.
And the measure of a good society is about how many virtuous people are in it, which is why we need to keep all the wrongdoers in line or quarantine them to a mental hospital or an island. Outside of that, if you want to find yourself in a happy place with people who like you, there's nothing more valuable than a person who's honest, a person who doesn't have like 10 different vices, and a person who will do what they can to help others if they need it. And the way you achieve this, whether you are rich or poor, is to get your self-esteem from your good deeds and your discipline, instead of getting it from the things that you can buy. Anyway, thanks for watching, follow me on Twitter, and I'll see you in the next video.
See, and I like the little bit of think before you sleep. Was it fully related to the video? Not exactly, but it was still pretty good enough in relation to it to give you a little bit of like kernels of advice at the very end, how to make your life better. Because he's right, you shouldn't be so completely materialistic to actually find your happiness in life. My, amalgamation advice here, right? The amalgamation and retardation advice is to stay away from
future doctors.
I did put the link for the video in the chat there. Make sure you give the video a like and maybe add something in the comment section to help promote. Think Before You Sleep is a great dude. He makes good videos. I like him a lot. I've been a fan of him for many years now.